And we're live. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is your girl, Anya, with,
Fancy.
and welcome to episode 13 of Theories and Thoughts. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Have y'all missed us? Hmm? Did y'all miss us? Of
Um,
course, I can't hear y'all. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So what's been going on since the break? You guys, what y'all been into? Type it down there. Type it below. What have y'all been into since the break? As for me, I have been working and preparing for this year. Fancy and I have been working towards this year, working towards things that we have. We have a lot of different things planned, a lot of people that we're networking with, a lot of things that we're trying to achieve this year, right, Fancy?
yeah, I'm very excited, and it's kind of like why I'm kind of on edge. But we do have a lot of what do they say? A lot of iron in the works or something.
And
Coal in the fire or something. Yeah, something. Okay, yeah, that's us. But we planted a lot of seeds last year, though, so I'm just praying that everything, goes. I'm not gonna say goes as planned because you know how life always throws those little glitches. But yeah, so I've been working as well. Are you done telling us what all you did? I want to make sure I'm
okay, well, for Christmas Eve, I went by one of my good girlfriends' house. She had Christmas Eve at her home. Christmas Day, I went to my best friend's house, spent Christmas Day with her. Love her, Nitra. New Year's Eve, I got fancy, real fancy, y'all. I actually went to a club. I don't do clubs. Well, it was more like a lounge, and I put on a nice festive dress because I just wanted to let my hair down, and I love it. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Me and my girlfriends. It was more of a lounge situation. We bought a table, of course, and really enjoyed that. New Year's Day, I just kind of hung out and worked. So that's what I've been doing during the break and talking to Fancy, getting things prepared.
Yeah, so I didn't know you were gonna break down your house,
All
your
right.
holidays when I didn't really do anything other than exciting. I did take like a lot of time up to myself. It was more so just me and Netflix and my kids and my house. And just like planning because I really want to I feel like everybody been posting that little 2020 is personal and I totally agree. Like it kind of hit me that I spent like the past decade trying to get this magazine to the point where it's I could really make it profitable and actually just I've been doing this now full time for over 2 years. So I'm just like, hey, something got to give now. So I'm ready for that breakthrough, and I just want to make certain that we're prepared for it because I'm just really big on preparation. But also, we did acquire an editorial assistant, so I'm really excited about that because I've been like waiting for a really long time to just be able to like share all this knowledge that I have. And though I share a lot of it with you, Anya, I know that you have your other jobs and so on. So it's still like a lot of stuff that I need help with. And I'm just like, I'm just glad to have someone that's going to be helping out. So welcome Allison Ashby to our team.
Yeah.
Watching or not, but yeah. So I'm really excited. And Allison has been like really catching on and she seems to be able to do well with my awkwardness as far as like when it comes to work and me being, just how I can kind of be a recluse when I get into my work. So I really appreciate, all that she's been doing, as well as she's been giving me feedback, which is really important to me as I've just been working to like improve my own leadership skills. And that's something that I have been focusing on like for the past 2 years. So this year I feel a lot more confident going into things. So yeah, I do see Sharona is on. Hey
Hey,
Sharona.
Corona.
I see Allison. And then there's also I see a Kimberly Burrell.
Yeah, that's one of my friends. Hey, Kim.
Look, I'm gonna have to get me some real friends.
We went to high school together.
Okay, because like I don't ever see like people on here that know me, but hey y'all, Anya's friends, I
I just
appreciate you all
shared it
for
on my
watching as
page.
well.
That's what I was doing, looking down, sharing it on my page.
Oh, okay. Well, I did a watch party, but if I got a friend or two, leave a comment. Oh, you know what I wanted to do though too. I wanted to wish Miss Veronica prior.
Fashion.
Okay, because I was trying to remember which order it was. But happy birthday, Miss Veronica.
Happy
I did see that on
birthday!
the
She's such a support. She's always on, always commenting, always sharing everything. We love you. It's Veronica Pryor Fashion.
Okay. And I did forget your name. I just couldn't remember if it was like P before the L for, there. But yeah.
Before the
So, but that's basically how my new year went. And
any resolutions?
Be quieter for one, talk less. I'm definitely working on that, and because I know I can like over talk, but that was kind of it. Like I did sit and do my list of accomplishments and my list of disappointments, and I was actually shocked because my list of disappointments was a lot shorter than what I thought. But as far as my accomplishments, after I finished, I realized it was like some things that I didn't even count that I need to go back and add. So overall, it was okay. But how about yourself? Like, did you make resolutions?
I didn't make resolutions, but I bought this really nice, very expensive journal for $50. And that's how I talk about it every time, guys. And in it has a word of the year. Now, a lot of people do a word of the year. I've never done a word of the year, I don't think. But I have a word of the year, I have a quote, and I have a phrase. So here goes. My word is worthy. So many times I dim my light. I feel like I dim my light to let others shine. And I don't feel like I should have this praise. I kind of go into the what is it called? Imposter syndrome. I kind of suffer from there at times. So now it's me going for everything that I know that I can have. Things that that belong to me that I've worked hard for. So that's where I'm at with that. My quote is quality over quantity.
I like that.
Quality because we don't have to have a whole lot of people around us to get something done, but we need quality core people that's going to actually do it and who's actually for us and who we can support also. So that's that. And my phrase, you ready for it? Fuck them people.
Hold up. No, we're not going to do this.
That is my phrase. Y'all
so mad on you right now. Like, no. Look, I put on my board being nice. I put 2020 being nice is not working. But when I wanted to share my Meg the Stallion post, Anya told me, no, you cannot be a mean girl and talk about empowerment at the same time. And I'm just like, Anya, have you not noticed that, that being nice really is not working? So I've been doing that for 10 years and I'm really ready to get a lot off my chest. So I don't even know, like I feel so played. How you going?
No, that's not what you said, Fancy. What you said was I don't like you bees. That's what it was. I don't like you. And I'm like, how you gonna tell people you don't like them? When I say
you don't have to like people to love them.
When I say F them people, what I'm saying is, okay, case in point, the dress that I wore for New Year's Eve. I would like people that know me, y'all know I dress how I dress, but sometimes I be worried about what other people think. But now I'm like, F them people. I ain't worried about what the people got to say about me. I don't care what they say about this little poom poom hair I got going on today. I'm not stressed about what nobody say no more. F them people. When you said the Meg the Stallion post that you wanted to post, say I don't mess with you, B, you bitches. And I was like, you trying to get a following. How you gonna tell your audience that you don't like them, that you ain't rocking with them? That's what that was, Fancy. You mean girly.
I don't know. I mean, like people that's there with good intentions, they know that post not for them. I always say one thing though about people like that actually are for me. they know me. I think they can interpret what I'm saying. Now, people that aren't familiar with me, that might already have their own preconceived notions, then yeah, they're gonna be sitting there. But them also some of the same people that have been stalking me for years, or they just stalking my page. I already talked about like some of the stuff I go through with people just like really imitate me. And I've gone through that since I started this magazine, and I just really just put it behind me. But that doesn't mean that I don't see stuff. So I'm just saying, that's how I feel.
That's your phrase. I don't fool with you, bitch. That's what it is.
Well, no, that is not going to be my phrase though, because then I will say this one thing I do look at from 2019. In 2019, I did open my circle, and not everybody that came in, was the best fit, but I learned from those mistakes, as well as like you and I got a lot closer. Like I've gotten closer to some other women as well. So I'm not totally against people, or I'm not against women, of course, or anything like that. It's just like I just see like a lot of shady stuff. And then it's time of us always talking about women's empowerment and sisterhood and this and that. Like, when are we going to address the fact that the sisterhood only seems to be beneficial when you need something? You know what I mean? So like, when are we going to start having these real conversations about the so-called sisterhood? Because too many times I feel like I have just been, I've done for others and I hadn't gotten anything in return. And that's not always why I do things, but it's just, it's a lot of different layers there, I guess you say. So I'm not saying I don't like y'all by any means, but if I don't like you, I don't like you. It's gonna show. You be just when we're around each other, whatever. So yeah. But anyway, we got other news outside of this.
We're gonna have to really have that discussion though. We're going to have that girl talk discussion. What's that in your hand, Fancy? What's that in your hand?
My mouth really is dry too. But I have our new theories and thoughts. What is it? Never Thirsty? No, we got a name to this, girl. We branding this. Look.
Oh, you called it Thirsty?
Never Thirsty, Tumblr, because we don't settle here. And put it what here?
Okay. Yes.
Well, because I want y'all to see, it has our logo here, and it is also personalized. So Anya has one also, and she's just waiting on us. So yeah, so we are selling merchandise now on our site. So if you all like the tumbler, then definitely check it out. And it is our Never Thirsty tumbler. And I actually had a thing up here to show it to y'all, but yeah, I can't find it right now. So don't worry about it. We'll be posting the link though, so it is available on the site under the shop page as well.
Yes, the link will be posted in the comments. Now on to the news that you can use. As you guys know, that a lot of people have been kind of making fun of, been kind of prodding at World War III. Trump had ordered a attack on, say his name for me.
Qasem. I want to say Qasem. Oh my God. Soleimani.
Him, that guy right there. He was killed in a U.S. raid at a Baghdad airport on the 3rd. So since then, a lot of people have been up at arms about it. A lot of people have talked about it. A lot of people have. I have a friend who he's just ignorant, and I've even gotten into arguments about it, about the memes and different things. And as I was telling them, I said people use humor whenever we're afraid or when we don't know. That's really how I feel. But a lot of people have been taking offense to the memes, and I was like, you can't police other people's pages and understand that it's sensitive to you or whomever it is. My brother was Lieutenant Colonel of the Army when he retired in August. And I have a cousin overseas right now. I want to say he's in Kuwait. So I don't take it lightly, but I can also joke and laugh at different things when people do silly stuff. So we did want to bring that up. We did want to discuss that right before our guest. We do have a guest today. Her name is Coach Beverly Johnson of Genesys
Fitness. Mhm.
Genesys Fitness. So we'll be talking to her momentarily. But we did want to talk about the situation that's going in Iran. We did have breaking news that a air base was bombed. They had missiles.
I think it was 12. Was it like 12 bases? But there are U.S. bases that are stationed in Iraq.
Right.
So that just like occurred within the past hour, actually.
Correct. And Iran has declared that they will get back at us, that they've declared revenge on us. Now, here's what I learned about this guy, he's
I,
QS
I forget it every time. I gotta look at it.
Solomon, Mr. Solomon, General Solomon.
Thank you.
Um, I work with a guy who's in the military, and from what he told me was this guy was not a very nice guy. From my research, I found out that he's killed more than 500 U.S. Servicemen in Iraq between the years 2005 and 2011. He also killed his own people, Iranians. So he has a lot of blood on his hands, and he's also been a spokesperson, well, someone that stated that the U.S. Western nations created ISIS and created ISIS to target Iran, and that we're trying to make ISIS bigger than Iran. So I guess he thinks that Iran is pretty special for us to do something like that. Also, he has been linked to the attempted assassination of the Saudi Arabian ambassador to the United States. He's been linked to Iran's nuclear program in Syria. So like I say, he's not a very nice guy.
He wasn't.
He, he wasn't a very nice guy. From what the guy told me that is military that I work with, he was like, Iran don't want it with us. He was like, they don't volunteer for their military. They are voluntold for the military. So if something really, really, really breaks out, those people really not going to want to fight. So that's pretty much what I have on it. I'm praying for our troops. It affects our community. I always say it affects our community, Black and Browns, because a lot of us go to the military as a career, to go to college and different things like that. Now, there's no draft. People have been talking about a draft. There's no draft, anything of that such. Right now, they're just deploying the soldiers that we already have.
Okay. And those are the soldiers. Were they from Fort Bragg, I think?
Fort Bragg in North Carolina.
Yeah. And also, the one thing like that I was listening to throughout all of this, of course, I do want to note, because I know a lot of times you be using present tense, but he was killed. They are like debating whether or not it was an assassination, as well as the fact that a lot of people are like kind of debating whether or not there was grounds for Trump to move on this, if he even had the the authority to, invoke all of this. And yet at the same time, I have saw some reports that say that he actually did have the authority to do so. But then as far as his reasons as for why he's doing this, or why they're sending the troops and so on, or even the with assassinating Soleimani, excuse me, they've said that it was a point I wanted to make here. I'm sorry, they just totally threw me. But with Soleimani, the evidence that they have is like paper thin. So that is one thing. Like as far as like what they wanted to know was what exactly was the imminent danger, the reason why they decided to act now. And when you're listening to the news reports, a lot of times they're not really giving us any type of real reasoning there. They're just like, well, if President Trump said it, or we're sorry, Mr. Trump. And then at the same time, I've heard reports that Mike Pompeo, as well as Vice President Mike Pence, were like some of the people that were like really influencing this decision. So, and of course, with the whole impeachment going on right now, or the trial and all of that stuff being in the news, then a lot of people have said, that Trump did this to save face. And I honestly do believe that is the case. Also, whereas when you were talking about how it affects our communities, they're saying that this may also increase our gas prices. So as someone who hates to buy gas, and I know that's like the most trivial thing, but yeah, that's just a lot. As well as I'm praying for our troops as well. I think it's like a really sad situation that like we're kind of just being thrown into. I feel like as citizens, just from my personal opinion. But yeah, but so our new segment was brought to you all tonight by Fontenot and Associates. You can catch Miss Tara Fontenot going live through our Facebook page throughout the week. Oftentimes she's sharing business tips and so on, but I'd also like to let you know about her actual brand. So Fontenot and Associates was developed to improve processes and provide clear defined purposes for deserving professionals, entrepreneurs, and small to mid-sized business owners. They bring to your business developed skills and techniques to set your business and team up for exponential success. So her website as well as her Instagram will be included in the link at the end of the show. So you all can definitely visit her and check her out and get to know more about her. And then also, like I said, I know she gave some really great free resources for small
She
business
did.
owners not long ago. Yeah.
She's so good, and I think that some of it is on our website, isn't it?
Mm, excuse me, not just yet. I'm still waiting to hear back on that, but I am trying to get it uploaded to our business section as well. So yeah. And for tonight's guest, we have Miss Beverly Johnson. I'm going to go ahead on and bring her in. It's counting you down, Miss Beverly. All right. So look, did that differently.
Hey.
Okay. Anya, are you still here with us?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't see her. Yes, I don't see her.
You don't see her?
Oh, there it is.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And Miss Bev, I can
Hey,
hear
Miss Bev,
you.
I see you now.
Okay.
Okay, so I wanted to let you all know Beverly K. Johnson is a health coach and the CEO of Genesys Fitness, which is a community of women who recognize the need to reclaim their lives and are emotionally and ready to do the work. Beverly K. Johnson, motivational life coach, fitness trainer, and girlfriend authority, is here with us tonight. So,
Hi, y'all.
hey, y'all, like, okay, I looked away and Anya disappeared, but I guess she will be back. So, yeah. So, Miss Beverly, how would you describe your swagger? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from this little place called Mobile, Alabama. And our claim to fame is the Mardi Gras originated in our city, not New Orleans,
Wow.
Mobile.
Miss
So
Bev.
we let y'all
Miss
do it
Bev.
big because that's what y'all do. But it started here.
Miss Bev.
um,
We're
how
not
I
gonna
got
start
started,
this with
I'm
that
sorry, my dog is being
hateration.
extra today. How I got started was that after I went through my own divorce, I felt so lost. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. It ranged from not even knowing how to go grocery shopping on my own because I was so used to being a couple that I had to rediscover what I wanted to eat.
Wow.
And I didn't realize on that level how much of an identity I didn't have um, as a single person. And subsequent to that, because of the divorce and everything that happened, I didn't realize how much weight I gained. It was, I think, by the time I went to the doctor, I had a sinus infection, and I noticed she stopped. She started moving the little thing further to the end, and I was like, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Ooh, ooh, you went to the end. And I literally don't remember anything my doctor told me. I just heard sinus infection. And all I kept thinking was, how did I lose myself?
Wow.
At what point did I lose myself, or even to the point, did I even know who I was before the marriage? And so I did the work layer by layer, hurt by hurt, going through the process. And I eventually realized that it wasn't just the physical weight that I had to lose, it was the emotional and mental weight that I had to lose. And when you lose the emotional and mental weight, the physical weight tends to take care of itself
Yeah.
because there has to be something motivating why you do certain things. If you're always in a space where you're going from 0 to 60 like that, something behind that triggers that. It's either that you had a hurt or you're not feeling heard or somebody put you in a space where you felt like your voice didn't matter. So it's the same thing where if you're having a bad day or you're stressed and your go-to is automatically food, it's having to deprogram yourself and find other ways to cope with the issue.
Wow. And you just said a mouthful there, and I actually just experienced something similar. And I know that I could be an emotional eater. Like I actually
Mm-hmm.
meant to share something about that in our fitness group. So yeah, I understand that. So so tonight we were supposed to be discussing like how to stay true or get serious about your fitness
Mm-hmm.
goals, because I know oftentimes we'll set these goals even in the group. Like Anya, I don't know for certain because she's the one that's like kind of heading the group, and I'm like I have just kind of ducked out for a minute. So I know like it can just we can have the best intentions, but then we
Mm-hmm.
get led astray. So like what are some things that I guess like where should we even first start? Because I'm certain that there's probably a actual process to this to like actually be able to successfully see it through.
It is, and a lot of times we start at the tail end. We start with going to the gym where you went on Pinterest and you pinned all these recipes. You got your new mug, you got your new clothes, you got your new outfits ready
Stay
to
out
go
my
to the
business,
gym.
Michelle.
You got all the external stuff. But when you get there, you've not set aside to figure out what it is I'm trying to accomplish with this new. Everybody says new me, who this, and all this. But we
Mm,
never sit down and say at the beginning of the year, yeah, I want to lose weight. But why?
that's a good point.
Right. That's good.
What's my rationale? And when you start drifting, then you can always circle back to why am I starting? Because when I'm not teaching, I go to the gym and I see it every day. Everybody in that squad show up at the gym and everybody look like this because you don't know what you're doing. So you end up mimicking somebody that you think know what they're doing. So if they're on the treadmill for 20 minutes, you get on the treadmill for 20 minutes. They go get on some weights, you go get on the weight. So you're basically stalking some stranger throughout the gym because you don't know what you're doing. And midways, I will say by January 23rd, you tap out because you don't see the results that you're looking for. You convince yourself this is just the way I am. Everybody like this in my family, so why should I bother? And
Yeah.
so it takes time to sit down and go, I want to lose weight. Okay, but when you say I want to lose weight and you want to lose weight, that means two different things. If I say I want to lose weight, it's because I'm planning on doing a run and I want to be in my best shape possible. So because I know I have a specific goal, I go in with a different purpose when I go into the gym, as opposed to saying, "Well, I just want to lose weight." Well, why? What's it for? So I always tell people that you have to be. There's an acronym I like to share with my clients called SMART. You have to be smart about what your goals are going to be. And the first thing is S, specific. What it is that you're wanting to accomplish. Is it to do 5 pounds? Is it to do 10 pounds? What it is that you actually are trying to do. And when you go into the gym with that purpose, then you start going, okay, I'm going to the gym because this is my goal. So I know in order to reach this goal, then I build a program behind that. Then we do something called measurable. That if I tell you, you come to me and say, I want to lose 30 pounds, that's a big goal. And you'll get frustrated. But if I tell you, Fancy, you can lose realistically 2 pounds a week. Let's make your target for January 5 pounds. I'll get that from you because you have the goal that I can knock out 5 pounds. And then the next month, okay, you on track. Let's knock out another 5 pounds. And before you know it, you'll hit your goal.
It's more obtainable.
It's more
Right.
attainable as opposed to, oh, I gained a pound and you just totally derail. But if you go back and say, but you can lose 2 per week, it'll balance out. So I got you. I have you specific, I have you measurable, and I try to create something for my clients where it's achievable. I know that with my workout plan, I do this. I do things that I wouldn't do for my clients. But like, what? Do 10 burpees, get down, do some push-ups. We're gonna run 2 miles. You down with that? You were like,
Especially on burgers.
girl, bye. But if I say, you know what, you're just getting started. Our goal for this month is for you to walk 2 miles. And if you went from never walking a mile to walking two, that's something for you to be proud of.
Yeah.
So I got you specific. We have a target, and I have something that I know you can achieve. Then your next goal is realistic. So if I have somebody come in and say, you know what, my high school reunion is in October, you think I can lose 70 pounds? What, this year? Because I've had people ask me that. Well, you know, I got a high school reunion and I'm trying to be high school skinny like I was in high school, and I have to stop you. Because then at that point, you're placing unrealistic and most times unsafe goals in mind.
Yeah.
Because that means you're going to do something to hurt yourself. And you'll probably lose all the weight, but then you'll gain it all back. So the goal is to have something like, you know what? Have you thought about, maybe let's start you off at 25. And over the course of these 18 months, we'll get you down there. So it's something that it's not so grand where you're going to give up on yourself. I don't want my clients to give up on themselves because the goal was so big that you can't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
As I had one client, her goal was to walk a 5K. She didn't want to run it, she wanted to walk it. And she set her mind and she practiced for 3 months and she walked her first 5K and she got in under an hour. That was her goal.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I'm like at 3 miles.
So
So
what's the two?
So, but that's a goal. And so, with that, her whole training program centered around her getting ready to walk a 5K. And the last thing of being smart is it timely. It's something that you can achieve every week. Where if it's one of those that you know you're an emotional eater, because in the South we eat for everything. In the South we eat
Woo!
for we eat for every reason.
yeah.
Oh, the baby took his first steps. Fire up the grill.
Listen. Listen. Yesterday at
Oh, my
Bible
niece
study,
passed going to the kindergarten graduation. Fire up the
yesterday at
grill.
Bible
We
study, the
don't
lady
need a
said that.
reason to eat in the South. If it's a sunny day, we will grill. We will have a reason to eat. But the danger becomes when we tie an emotion to eating and we're trying to suppress, or we're going to food that makes us feel good. And so in the goals, we look at, okay, in this timely manner, what can you accomplish this week? It could be, you know what, start drinking more water. If you tell me you drink a soda every day, okay, let's start doing some swaps. Let's make your goal to have 2 sodas this week and then have more water. So that's how we become smart about our goals. We do it where you have a purpose in mind. And when you're focused like that, you tend to stick to it as opposed to just saying, I want to be high school skinny.
So that was I'm trying to think of the steps again. So what was the S again?
We're going to become
Specific,
smart. We're going to be S, specific. M, measurable.
measurable.
And
A,
it's achievable.
attainable or
And
achievable. R, realistic. And T, timely.
I
Okay.
like that. I like that.
So
I
in that circumstance, when you frame it that way, and it's not just something you apply to fitness. This, which I do in business also, that when I sit down and make my goals, is it something that I can actually achieve in a timely manner? Does it make sense?
right. I guess
And
some
you're not just out there in the wind. It gives you a target which way to go.
Anya, you had a question or something you were about to say?
something that she said, it made me think about how I get with my clients. I always say that it has to be, it was something about, I want to say, being specific about what it is and it being measurable. Even with my clients, I think about that. So it works hand in hand with fitness and everything as well.
Yeah. I think I've kind of heard like the SMART process using some other, like
Mm-hmm.
in some business ways as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
and all of it does kind of, it could be used it can be applied to
Mm-hmm.
anything, I guess you would say.
It can be because I heard this on the business side. But then when I started studying for my certifications, it was in the booklet, and I was like, it makes sense.
Right. That's what it was.
Because a lot of times the same things that we will apply to our business life translates almost to your fitness life too, because that same discipline that you would have on your job to attain a goal, and you become diligent about that, you sometimes need that same focus on your personal life.
Right, right.
That
And
if you
that's
sit
what
down to go to work and they tell you got to do X, Y, and Z, you sit down and draft a plan to figure out how to achieve X, Y, and Z. But
right.
we get on our personal life, we're like, I'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Right. In business, that's what it was. Always remember why you started. That when you say that about
So
your
it's totally doable.
when I talk to my clients, I'm like, remember why you started and remember that's why. Because if
Sorry.
you oh, you're okay. Um, because if you are doing it for any other reason besides the right reasons, you're always gonna fall off. You're always gonna find a reason why you can't go, why you're not going, and different things like that. So that's definitely it. Something that I use in business and in personal. When it comes to getting smart, what is like I guess the ratio of people that really stick with reservation resolutions, New Year's resolutions on losing weight? What would you say? Do you think that most people stick with it, or do you think they generally fall off?
Miss Bev, can you hear her?
I can hear. No, I can't hear her. That's all.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
No.
really?
No, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear her. It looked like it's a good conversation though.
Oh, because look, well, Anya, I'm not certain. I wish if you all can let us know too in the comments if you all are able to hear both Miss Bev and Anya, that would be good also. But so Anya was asking like, what's the percentage of people that actually follow through with their New Year's fitness goals or resolutions? You know, and that was actually my question as well because I really wanted to know like, is there a
I don't
percentage?
think we can hear you either.
Mm-mm.
You
Be-
can't.
because I don't think anyone's actually ever quantified it. Because
Oh, okay.
everybody, you hear the thing where it says it takes 21 days to make a habit. And there are times where sometimes it may take you longer to make a habit. So it's one of those that if it hadn't hit pop by January 31st, it's okay. Keep going, because it may take you longer. So, everybody starts out with the mantras, they start out with success rates. But then somewhere in the course of it, people tend to slack off.
Yeah.
And so then by March, you're like, I'm good enough. And so it's one of those that it takes some staying power. That even though you may not hit whatever your goal was, or whatever you perceive your goal to be in January, doesn't mean it can't happen. It just may mean you need to go back to the drawing board and figure out what you did wrong in January,
Right.
or what is it that did I really give it my all when I went to the gym? Was I really serious about changing my diet? Was I really serious about, because this is a gradual lifestyle change. This isn't something that just happens on Monday and then it didn't work out, so you go back. This is something that takes time and practice, and you have to be willing to stay the course, to make that change over time.
Right. And not everything works, for everyone.
Mm-mm.
Like so, but one of my questions was like, because I know I like to be outside a lot, as well as I like to use like the fitness apps and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any recommendations, or like, just do you think those actually work when we're trying to use those, like implement those into our routines and so on?
But we have to understand also that sometimes those are just estimates of what they're perceiving that you use. Because I have my Apple Watch and I love it. But I also have to understand that when you're going in, I recommend that if you want to keep track of your food, I use my Fitness Pal. And
Oh,
there,
I just deleted that.
I have it on my phone.
Yeah, Anya says she has it too, but I had that for the longest. But I'm not good at like actually logging them. But what I do like, is like the map my walk. Like I really like
mhm.
that. But that takes so much battery life. Those things like it too. But
But
any other ones that you like too?
well, if you don't like my Fitness Pal, I encourage you to track your foods. Because one thing about my fitness pal, and I think Spark people, I've used that also. That if you go in and use my fitness pal, um, and you put in what your goal weight is, they'll tell you how much you need to eat per day to hit your goal.
I think I do remember that.
It does.
Look
And
now.
if you start straying, it'll say based on your eating habits, this is where you will be also. So it gives you a projection of where you want to be. So if you put in your target goal and how much you work out, um, it'll give you a kind of an idea of the range you need to stay in.
Gotcha.
If you have the Fitbit, I encourage everyone to join, create a community of friends. So then that way you could do like weekly challenges to stay active. So then that way, if there's a step challenge, everybody can compete because you can see how much activity everybody's done. Because sometimes we do better with competition.
True.
So those are the apps that I primarily use. But when I had a Fitbit before I switched over,
Okay.
the Nike workout. One thing I also use that you can look into is called Daily Burn, where it's an app that has your workouts.
Mhm.
You can do your workouts on your phone, or
What
if you're on the treadmill, they have audio run walk coaches. So the technology is available to you to keep going. It's just a matter of how much you want to access it.
what did
Gotcha.
you think about the keto diet?
Anya wants to know, what do you think about the keto diet? Okay, she giving it Tom Hanks face already. Like, so no.
I will say it's one of those that it is meant for short term. I know people that have had great success on it, but you also have to be prepared to have an exit strategy on how you're going to maintain once you lose the weight.
Yeah,
Because I consulted a lady a few months, I would say November, and when she was on it, she lost about 35 pounds. And then she stopped and she picked up 40. So pretty much everything that she did on it, she gained it all back because she did not have a plan once she got off of the keto diet.
that's
Oh,
what
So
I'm
for some
thinking.
people, keto has worked wonders, and for others, not so much because we have to understand there's no perfect diet. So I know some people that their bodies responded and they dropped weight like that, and they were able to once they got off the keto implement some changes to stay with their program. Then I know some people that should never tell anyone they were on the keto diet because they gained it all back.
See, that's why I don't
You're
do
like,
bad
oh,
stuff. That's why I don't do
okay.
bad stuff.
Mm,
That's
mm,
why I don't
mm,
do
mm.
it. I don't do pills or nothing for that
So
reason.
the key comes down to finding the best diet for you.
so do you have any type of special programs or anything going on right now with the beginning of the year for your clients or with the Genesys Fitness brand or anything?
Well, right now, behind the private scenes, my clients they have their own specials going on, and we're kicking those off. They have their own exclusive package. So for all new clients, right now we're taking. I'm saying we like it's more than one person.
I do that too. It's okay. Well, I mean, it is more than one person now for
It
me.
is.
Wait, hold up.
I'm
It is.
sorry. It used to be just me for a long time. Okay.
But it is just, but you know what? I'm speaking it into existence. It's a
Right.
we
Right.
going on. So for all my new clients, I'm taking $75 off any package.
Okay.
And also, as I did last year, for any of my clients that when they want to, if they choose to celebrate their success, I've partnered with one of the photographers in the area to negotiate a photo shoot.
Oh, that's nice.
So with working with a friend of mine who's a Mary Kay consultant, you'll get a makeover, get a fresh beat, and you get a photo shoot.
That's
So
hot.
then if you choose to go with that package, then we go behind the scenes and try to coordinate all that for you.
Oh, that's really nice.
hmm Because it's a lot to celebrate once you get to that space.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that you also touched on the whole like maintaining it,
Mm-hmm.
maintaining your weight like once you've gotten it off. Because I think that I just recently experienced something like that. I need to actually probably ask you some more questions behind the scenes. But
That's right. Because that's always one of the questions I've had to learn to ask people once they roll off the program with me. Okay, what are you going to do next? Because if you put in work to hit your mark and you put in work to get there, I want you to stay there. I want you to be sustained. Not to say you won't gain 5 pounds or so afterwards, but I want to see you win afterwards. I don't want to see you have that victory and then go back to your old habits because
right,
then it creates this whole vicious cycle that you don't want to be in.
right, and that's not smart at all. So.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm,
So,
mm-mm.
Miss Bev, I am gonna share your like the website and so on, but do you want to just drop your tags and socials before we close out?
I'm on Instagram. It is Bev K Johnson, BevKJohnson. If you're on Facebook, please follow me on Facebook. I'd love it. Genesys Fitness, Genesys Fitness.
Okay. All right. Well, and then also
Thank
I
you.
don't know. I know that we've been kind of changing some things up on the Facebook and like how we've been doing the lives, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that you and Jamil also are live on Sundays. I'm sorry, I be trying to catch y'all on Sundays, but the thing is like I don't really do much at all that involves interacting with people on Sundays. So that kind of be my thing. Like I don't be want to pick up my phone. I don't care who takes a call or whatever, but I do appreciate you sharing all of the knowledge. And I know that Jamil, he's always like when he and I first like connected, I know he was
Mm-hmm.
like really big into fitness then. And he was like going to the gym and everything. So I know that, you know, he still has a passion for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But Anya, did you look, Anya, you I want to I want to say, Anya, do you have any closing words for Miss Bev? But
She
uh
won't hear them.
But that's
I don't
okay.
yeah, I don't
But
look, I would fix this problem if I knew what it was, but I don't really know what it is. I'm sorry.
But
But
that's okay. I appreciate your honesty because I know over the past weekend I was over people. I was like, it's two people. I went on a road trip and I was going to go to the outlets. Had in my mind I was going shopping. I pulled up into the parking lot and I was like, it's too peoply. And I turned around. I was like, I called my mom.
Too
I was
many
like, I'm
people.
over people. I just want to just not. I was like the crowds and the holidays. I
yeah,
hit my peak. And so, but that is you have to recognize that's part of self care.
right.
Right.
You recognize that, and so many times that's not you acting funny, that's
Mm-mm.
you recognizing for your self-care you need to insulate yourself and take care of yourself,
Right.
and that is a great plan
Thank you, Miss
because
Beth.
I set my phone to do not disturb after a certain time, and a friend of mine,
Me
she said you
too.
just don't care about she said you don't care about nobody.
That's what
I
they
was
tell me
like,
too. I don't care.
Yeah, that's Anya to the T. She be like, yeah, because it was after 10, and I said, "My like, okay." But she'll ask for me though, I think. But I don't really be trying to message her after
You're on
10
my
anyway.
I
Just
you're
to
on
be
my
have my
clear.
group.
family set for emergency contact.
You're set to
um
be on Fancy.
Okay.
and I don't feel bad about it.
Okay.
She was like, you just don't like nobody. I was like, no, if your last name
I need
don't
my
match
food.
mine, you just not gonna get through. That's all I'm saying.
I don't
I
need to hear
feel
no people
you.
calling me.
Well, but thank you again for
Oh,
coming
thank
on and
you.
sharing the tips with us. And I'm always saying we're gonna go back in the comments and like try to leave some type of information that was stated there. So I see like Anya really got the SMART goals also, so we could try to leave those in the comments
Hmm.
if people want to go by and read them. But your website address is on here on the crawler. So, and then also you all can catch Miss Bev in our stories on our Instagram, just like different things. So there's always
Hmm.
different ways that you all can keep up with her, as well as she posts like routines and cooking tips and health tips and all type of
Hmm.
little interesting stuff.
Yeah, I have to get back to making my videos. I moved at the end of last year, and
Oh, because
so
I went looking for some this week and I was
I
like, it's been a few days, but I
I
didn't know that's
know.
what was going on.
And everybody's like, so no videos. And so I had to pack all my stuff into storage. And so I just moved and I got all my stuff out. So while you were talking, I'm making a list of videos I have to make because everybody's like, "Where's your little wave?" And I did, I didn't realize everybody was missing them till I stopped making them.
Yeah,
Like,
because I'm like, they're good also like for us to share because I'm always trying to
mm-hmm,
find more fitness and health stuff. So when I see the events, I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and grab that one. I'll be
mm-hmm,
trying to save them for Wednesday. I don't know if you noticed that or not because that's supposed to be
mm-hmm.
like our health day. So that's what I'll be trying to be grabbing them then. But sometimes I kind of be, I might miss a few. But we do look
So,
forward to those.
so my goal this year is to actually make a full workout
Oh, like a full
instead
video?
of a full video. So instead of having the snippets, actually make a full video.
Okay.
That is my goal. So I have to go talk to my go-to photographer to see if we can make that happen. A friend of mine, his family owns a farm about 50 miles away from here, so they were like, you can use the location.
Oh, that'd be
So
great.
so it's just a matter of we just cross pollinating everybody because we all my whole circle coming up this year. So a friend of mine, he was like, I got the location. The shooter was like, I got it. And so it's just a matter of us all finding the time to come together.
Baby.
Right. Collaboration over competition.
Always.
All right. Well, thank you again, Miss Bev. And
Thank you.
you all can definitely again follow her. And I guess maybe soon her and Jamel will be going back live. I don't know. I don't know their plans just yet, but just with hopes of it.
Well, we are. It's just one of those that between the holidays and everything else, December was the time to just really be with your family.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's it is my goal that we're going to start back the end of this month because I have to be out of pocket this weekend because I have a family emergency and I have to go out of town to make sure my people okay.
Okay. Well, look, we'll definitely have like a post because I'm trying to get more consistent with that too. So we'll definitely keep you all updated whenever they do resume. And again, that is Coach Beverly K Johnson. Just gonna say side. I don't know if it's another Beverly, but but you all definitely check her out, and you can find her again at on Instagram at Bev K Johnson, and she is of Genesys Fitness. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Okay, and let me see. Look, how I forgot to do this. All right, look, I kind of forgot that in the over the year, but not the year, but the break. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
And let me tell you what happened. Usually my computer is charged up, and then I was like, oh, it got a little bit of battery. It'll be okay. It was about to die. That's why I ran out. You'll get the charge.
Oh, I was like, look, I just asked Anya if I could read this. Read this document on screen, and then all of a sudden I go to the document and she's gone. But okay, I got you.
That's what happened, y'all. In the spirit of being transparent, I just want to tell y'all what happened. Usually, and it was going by fast. I was on 4 when I ran to go get the charger out the other room. So usually I have it all still charging, but I was like, I'm just gonna grab my computer. No, that's not what happened. That was not the business. But that was a great conversation with Coach Bev. We should do. I'm gonna contact her. Maybe we can do it before and after. I can be put on a program so people can see that you don't have to be in Little Mobile in order to take advantage of her program.
Yeah, and she probably has something though too, like digitally as well as what was something I was gonna say. I think she does have some type of digital group though, so yeah, I would definitely suggest that. And then
if you guys are looking for fitness things, we do have a fitness group. It is Swag Her Fit Challenge.
No, Swagger Get Fit Challenge, I think. I never remember the name of this. Because we mentioned it. Didn't we mention it like in the last episode?
Let me look. I was looking for it just now. That's why I was looking down at my phone, y'all. It is Swag Hers Get Fit Challenge. That's the name of it. So Nikki actually posted what she ate tonight, lunch and dinner tonight. Nikki Harper. She's been really posting how she's been working out and everything. Ro talked about her juice cleanse that she's doing. I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know about 7 days, maybe 3 days. We're gonna see. It's almost $200 to get everything, and I just don't. I mean, I see value in it. I'm gonna go ahead and probably do it.
Okay, well, as a starving artist in this situation, look, buy our Tumblr, and maybe I can afford the juice. like, but for me, I did try fasting on Saturday. That did not work out. It's just like I tend to get dehydrated quite often, so that's still something like the reason why I didn't fast. But I've been talking about intermittent fasting, so I'm trying to get into that more. Supposed to be this week, but I don't know what day is it? Tuesday. I did actually do well yesterday, and I have not ate today. So, but I'm supposed to eat by 8 o'clock. So that's probably not gonna work for today. I don't know. I'm still trying to get myself together and just really into this year because it seems like I spent a lot of time trying to prepare for the year, and now that it's here, I still don't feel like I'm where
you want to be.
But yeah,
I did. Well, I'm in the middle of a Daniel fast with my church. I'm able to eat certain things. Sometimes I do like a 3-day water fast. The Daniel fast is a little bit more intricate. So yeah, it's a lot. What? It's a lot of homeless. Yes, it is. Sharona's been on one today. She was texting me earlier. She's rude. Now, let me tell y'all about my friend Sharona. And y'all know Sharona. We talk about Sharona all the time. She's always in the comments. And she's one of our top supporters. Thank you, Sharona. So Sharona has a hula hoop, a weighted hula hoop. Is it called, Sharona? And Sharona is tiny to me. I'm a thick girl. And the reason why I want to lose weight is because of health reasons. So that's what I was going to say. After I finish the Daniel fast, I'm going to do no beef. That's my target, is to do no beef. My doctor would like for me not to eat any more beef. So that's that. Sharona has a power hoop. And she's talking about how she needs to lose weight and how she's so big. And I'm like, Sharona, you ain't that big. Well, I want to be in a size 8. I'm tired of you skinny girls talking about how fat y'all are, and I'm way bigger than y'all. That's all. I mean, I love my curves. I love my size, everything. But I don't want to hear about how fat y'all are when I'm bigger than y'all.
But it's a matter again of just like what Coach Bev just said. It's all about what the person is happy with. I know for myself, like, I know once I get like over 145, I'm not happy with myself, at all. I don't like how I look. I don't like how my clothes fit. And other people be like, okay, you look fine, but and I know that that'd be a lie to begin with. But y'all ain't about to have me out here looking crazy.
You looking good.
I'm like, I'm gonna get back down to my like 140, 137, something like that. But anything over 45 is just like too much for me. I realized Bill's her website address was not there, so I'm trying to add that into the notes. I thought I had it there, but I realized it wasn't. But in the meantime, Anya, can you do some of the announcements for me, or what else do we have?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can do the next sponsor, Key LaGrange, singer, songwriter, writer, casting director, movie producer, and owner of Kia LaGrange Productions, is our sponsor tonight. You can catch up with Kia on IG at Kia, KEILAGUINS on IG, and her website is www.kialagrange.com.
I'm sorry, I gotta say this. It's I think it's Key LaGrange. I just say that because I know how people be sensitive about the name. So it's KEI. So I'm thinking it's Key. We have featured her before in the past, but I haven't ever actually spoken with her. So that is kind of why I can't just correct you, but I just want you all to just should you reach out, then yeah.
Key. So if y'all need a singer, a songwriter, those that like to sing, writer, casting director, movie producer, and she owns her own productions. I mean, you may just want to follow her just because. And
she has a wine and champagne that I think she just recently launched it. So it's Key Wine and Key Champagne. So you all can also check that out as well if you go to her website, because you'll know she has like everything kind of connected there. So definitely check that out. Also, we had I got that updated now, y'all. So now Coach Bev's web address is there for you all to be able to connect with her. I just think that it's really important because I know a lot of times we'll say we're going to come back and I kind of forget. So, but the other announcements that we had for tonight, we do have travel books that we are in that like an additional travel book. So we already sent out one, and this is the second one now that the ad space is on sale for. We're always looking for brand ambassadors, journalists, and marketing people. Also, if you all didn't know, we are now on Spotify, so you can catch the replay on TuneIn, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and then we're also uploading the vids like these here on the website as well. So there's plenty of platforms that you all can follow us on, but definitely make sure you follow us on Spotify. Like follow the page; it actually has a little follow button there. Do please do that. And when you're listening, like you don't even have to sit and listen to all the podcasts. You can just kind of let it roll through and do something else. But we kind of need that support right now, so we're trying to build up our platform there. So
Share.
yeah, share. I was just about to say that share as well with your friends, family members. Yeah. Did we have anything else, Anya?
The unapologetic issue is still on sale.
Uh, it's on the site. It's not on sale, though.
It's on the site.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but it is on the site, so you all can definitely again visit the shop page. Everything that we say, like if it's a sale item sort of thing, then it is on the shop page. Then of course you can always reach out to us at our advertise at sparker.net email address that is listed in the crawler.
Right. And prayers to Priscilla's family. Her mom passed. The service was yesterday.
Yeah.
Priscilla.
I didn't know it was yesterday, but sending prayers and condolences to her as well.
Mm-hmm. I don't have anything else, honey. This was our first show back after our break and our first show of 2020. Thank you guys for joining us. Be sure to like our pages, and follow us. I mean, we have some good things popping off. If you want to be a sponsor, contact me at admin@swerker.net. Again, brand ambassadors, journalists, marketing, contact us.
Also, I'm sorry, one last thing, something you just said. Oh, we are looking for someone who may have a stalker story. If anyone happens to have one, please hit us up. You can hit up Anya. Also, Allison posted the link to the Tumblr within the comments. So, Sharona, I know it's a lot of Tumblrs. Look, y'all might need to go half on a few or something, just like, yeah, y'all split it, take a picture, share it around, something. But we got to get our merchandise rolling here. So if you're watching, then we appreciate it. But, we are always, we actually have an option to accept donations on our Shopify page. And I'm not begging for donations or nothing, but it just occurred to me that on the Spotify that you can ask your audience for donations there. So, if you all would like to do that, then we will be adding that soon. But okay, so Happy New Year's, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.